Hey there, Jack here. Just another human on the journey to allow more love, joy, and peace to manifest themselves in my life. And sharing downloads from collective consciousness every day to allow me to embody that ideal and hopefully to help you on your journey as well. So today's idea that I wanted to explore was the metaphor of our life experience as being like a garden full of seeds, and us as the ego experiencer of life as the gardener who is passing through this garden and choosing which seeds to nourish and which seeds to allow to die in the natural process of life. What these seeds are the impressions that we have gathered over years and decades of living our life, and all of the ideas that we consume, the food that we eat, the songs that we listen to, the movies that we watch, the books that we read, the news that we allow to enter into our experience. All of that become the seeds of our future experience. The food that we eat becomes our body, just as a seed that you plant grows into a crop. And the books that we read become the thoughts that we think, just in the same way, naturally. We don't choose we don't choose to make these things grow, but they grow naturally because that's what life does. Life grows. And once this metaphor really sinks in for us, we start to become very careful about which seeds we are allowing into our garden. For example, I can no longer listen to certain kinds of music. Normally music with a lot of swearing and negative imagery, or biases against certain groups or certain people who like songs that are very aggressive about certain ideas or against certain people. There are certain movies and videos that I can no longer watch comfortably because I know that they are programming me in a particular way, that they're planting seeds that may later come to life in my garden that I will have to deal with, because some plants have beautiful flowers and some have thorns, and the gardener walking through the garden doesn't really like to be stepping on thorns all the time. So if we allow this metaphor to really sink in, and we start to see everything that we're experiencing as the seeds of our future self, we start to cultivate a more careful relationship with the seeds that are growing in our garden. And once we do that, we start to make the garden just really beautiful, just naturally. By being aware that the seeds are growing, we naturally become more conscientious. And being more conscientious about our garden is how we bring more love, joy, and peace into our life. We allow more seeds of love to be planted, and love grows naturally. We allow more seeds of joy to be planted, and joy grows naturally. We allow more seeds of peace to be planted, and peace expands through our experience because seeds grow. And we can't stop that from happening. We can only, once it starts to happen, we can try to manage it in some way, but we can't force it to happen, and we can't force it not to happen. So, because we are not in control of the growth process, all that we are choosing to do is select certain seeds, because some seeds blow in on the wind and we can't really control those. Those are the things that come into our life experience from outside. Everything does, but these are the things that come into our life experience beyond our conscious control. But there are things that we do have control over that we can cultivate and manage. And we can choose to plant certain seeds because we can choose to interact with certain kinds of ideas and certain kinds of content. And content means everything from the physical level to the mental level to the emotional level to the energetic level to the spiritual level. We can choose to some degree the seeds that we're planting in our life on all of these in all of these different arenas. And once we start to do that, our garden starts to become more and more beautiful, because more and more we are planting our garden consciously. And consciously planting seeds is one of the most powerful and easiest ways to grow in love, joy, and peace, because we are setting ourselves up for the natural process of life to bring more of what we want. So I hope that this garden metaphor, you can reflect on it and allow it to resonate with you in whatever way it does so most powerfully, and then carry it with you a little bit and start to see how the everything that you're interacting with is planting seeds for your future experience. And once you start to realize that in your own way, not just through hearing it from my words, but through your own internal experience of this phenomenon, I hope that you will start to cultivate a beautiful garden and that we can grow in love, joy, and peace together.